All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome back to our continuing coverage from Super Bowl 60 Radio Row with Fred Smoot, the man, the myth, the legend.
You're having fun out here, man.
Of course I'm having fun. What's not fun about this?
No, I think the energy in San Francisco is off the chain. It's always good to see the past, the present, the future of NFL football. And this is, can we agree, this is the only time really during the year that media and the athletes actually get along?
Yes, that's right. That's because everybody's got something to sell.
No, you know what I'm saying? This is the kumbaya moment
That's right.
for the media and the athletes with no drama around.
All right, past, present, future. Where are you now? Because you've been out of the league, so you're kind of in the middle somewhere now.
I'm the past. I'm legitly the past because last time, 2010, 2011.
Wow.
Man, that's decades ago. So at the end of the day, I am the past with a little bit of, because you was in that digital world, I still remember you from some of the stuff you did on the field plus the stuff you did in the media.
Yeah. Does it feel like that long to you?
It does feel like that long because when I watch the game, it doesn't resemble the game that I played.
What do you mean?
When it comes to the physicality, when it comes to the how the game is sold, how the game is played. And of course, the one thing about athletes, like any creature, we evolve. Right? The athletes are taller, the athletes are faster, the athletes are getting stronger, but they also are not as physical as we were when it comes play for play, pound for pound. Like, I don't think these kids could survive a 30-day training camp in Carlisle, Pennsylvania.
That all got negotiated out.
Well, it has, but I don't know how good it's been for the game.
Right.
Like, just because you change something don't mean it betters the situation. Sometimes you change something and realize maybe we need to alter it back to some of the old-fashioned way of doing it.
And maybe some of that is why we're getting really unusual results.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I told you in the summer Seattle's going to play New England in the Super Bowl, would you believe that? I wouldn't have.
Well, the only reason I would have said, you know what, anything can happen, is because I knew one thing: Seattle was well coached and they had a great defense. I knew their defense was good. It was good the year before. Now, the only reason I wouldn't have said New England, you got a first-year head coach.
Right.
You got a quarterback that didn't start but half the year last year, and a roster that was made up 1/4 of free agents that he brought in, Milton Williams and the rest of those guys,
right.
Carlton Davis, all them guys. I'd have been like, they need a chance to jail, but we've seen it before when the coach pushed the right buttons and the team jails and they move forward. But I want to make a round of applause to these two head coaches because I hear on the radio all the time, you need a young, upstart offensive coordinator to lead your team as a head coach. And in this Super Bowl, we got two defensive head coaches in this Super Bowl. Defenses win championships. One of the best, if not the best head coach of all time, Bill Belichick, is a defensive mind. I'm tired of hearing the defensive coordinator.
You know, I think, like, I watch the NFL now. The Commanders did this a year ago. Year one just popped up in the NFC Championship game. Year two, fall off. Here's Seattle. Minnesota, same thing. Seattle jumps up. New England jumps up. 10 teams fire their coach. Everybody's changing their coordinators because I think everybody thinks it's a year-to-year thing now.
No, I don't think it's a year-to-year thing. We live in a microwave society where people want things done right now. Like, put it in the air fryer. I don't want you to put it in the oven. I don't want you to fry it. I want it as quick as possible. And people won't turn around as quick as possible. So you think
this is just impatience by the fan bases and teams are reacting to it?
I think it's impatience by the higher-ups. And the fan base is putting pressure on the higher ups. So therefore, we're playing musical chairs. Think about this. Less than 2 years ago, the Tennessee Titans fired Mike Vrabel to hire who?
Brian Callahan.
For what reason?
Don't know.
Just wanted change, but had no plan behind it. Callahan wasn't a leader of men. He wasn't a proven commodity. He's not a guy that showed you he can coach. And you run him out of there. So it's just because you change something doesn't make it work, doesn't make it good. Now, people do hit on some guys. I'm sure Ben Johnson and the Chicago Bears fan loves what he's done. But he's a guy that took his time and picked the best place for him. He didn't take the first job available.
Who do you like in the Super Bowl?
I like the Seattle Seahawks. I think they're a team with no flaws. All right? I'm going to say the position group, tell me, do they have a flaw? D-line?
No.
Linebackers?
No, they're too fast.
Secondary?
No, they're too fast.
Special team?
With Shaheed, they're one of the best in the league now.
All right. How about the running back?
With Charbonnet out, it's like the one minor thing. That's it.
But Kenny Walker, a hell of a back.
That's right.
All right, what about offensive line?
That would probably be the weakest link of the team.
And that's a pretty strong, what's his name right there?
Right.
What about wide receivers?
That turned out to be, when they traded DK Metcalf, I did not believe that they opened the door for Smith and Jigba to become what he became.
Why, when DK Metcalf has proven to be a 70 catch, 800-yard wide receiver, no matter what? That's because he's a one-trick pony.
Yeah.
He can only go deep. He won't run you a dig. He won't run the route tree. I'll take a slower wide receiver that can run the route tree. I'll take Kenny McCarthy before I take him.
All right, last thing, because we're talking to the NFL alumni here.
Yeah.
You do a ton of media.
Yeah.
You do traditional media with the team.
Yeah.
You do new media with Barstool. Tell me about your media career and how you're thinking about like all of these different types of media content now.
Well, you know what? I had a very fast ascension to media. I've been all over the place. I worked for all the majors. I worked for CBS. I worked for ABC nationally. I done worked for ESPN, NBC. I have done it all. I have done the small studios. I have done the huge studios. I have done the small podcasts with no money behind them. I have done the gigantic podcasts. I have done every form of media that can be done from an aspect of a person, I believe, besides host my own show nationally.
Yeah.
Other than that, I worked with Stephen A. Smith. I was on First Take with him and Skip Bayless for a long time. Like, I have worked at NBC when I worked with London, and I worked with like a lot of other people. But it's actually harder than football to me.
Really?
All right, because it's like a million people trying to get in this one tiny space.
That's right.
And all us fighting for the same gigs and the same jobs. So it's really, who is the taste of the week? Who personality stands out the most? And the one thing I do love about the media, it's the only job, I think, that'll pay you tenfold for being your own self.
Yeah.
For being your true self. You get paid money to be yourself, and I don't think no other job does that.
All right, this is the last thing. This is just for me.
Yeah.
Who do you want the Commanders to take at number 7?
You know what? I would love David Bailey. I think he's a sack machine from Texas Tech. I would love Bang, but I just don't know if Bang gonna fall that far. All right. Reese would be God sent. Arvell Reese.
He won't be there.
Ohio State. That's the one thing about draft. You just never know.
Yeah.
All right. But I'm gonna tell you one that I think nobody's really talking about. The tight end from Oregon, Kenyon Sadiq.
Yeah.
I think he's a weapon. And the worst thing that happened to football in the NFL is him to fall to the Chiefs. He will not make it past the Kansas City Chiefs. And now they're going to replace Kelsey with a weapon that's just as dangerous as Brock Bowers. Watch out.
Yep. Fred Smoot.
Yeah.
The best. Thank you.
Anytime,
I appreciate
man.
you.
Anytime, brother.